Have you ever caught yourself thinking, please, I just don't want to end up in a nursing home? You're not alone. For years, that was a default option after 70, but not anymore. Something is changing, and it's changing fast. Seniors all over the world are ditching the idea of traditional nursing homes and embracing new, exciting ways to live independently, joyfully, and on their own terms. And let me tell you, these new trends aren't just practical, they're brilliant. In fact, they're so mind-blowing. You might start wondering, why didn't someone tell me about this earlier? Well, that's exactly why we're here today. Because if you're over 60 and thinking about your future, whether it's housing, health, or happiness, these 7 fresh trends might completely shift the way you see aging. And best of all, they're not just ideas. They're already happening. Right now, let's jump into the first trend that's shaking things up, luxury senior co-living. Imagine this. Instead of a lonely little room in an adult facility, you live in a vibrant shared home with people your age, but it's not like college dorms. Think designer furniture, private rooms, a shared chef, spa days, movie nights, and yoga on the deck. Yes, it exists. It's already taking off in the US, Europe, and even parts of Asia. People are calling it the Airbnb of aging. You get independence with community, and it doesn't feel like a facility. It feels like a vacation you never have to leave. No more cold hallways or stiff nurses walking past. You get friends, fun, and freedom, all in one place. Now, the second trend is turning even more heads, aging in place tech homes. These smart homes are designed specifically for seniors, but you'd never guess it by the look. They're sleek, modern, and packed with tech that makes life easier and safer. Voice-activated lights, motion sensor floors that alert emergency services if you fall, refrigerators that remind you to eat, and even showers that adjust temperature automatically so you don't scald yourself. No caregivers hovering, no loss of independence. Just a home that supports you quietly in the background. It's not the future. It's already being built. And let's not forget the third trend that's changing everything. Senior RV living and nomadic retirement. Yes, you read that right. Thousands of people in their 60s and 70s are selling their homes, buying RVs, and hitting the road. Not because they have to, but because they want to. They're exploring the country, visiting new places, parking near beaches, deserts, or national parks, and living like retirees on a grand adventure. Retirement no longer means staying put. It means freedom, fresh air, and waking up to a different view every morning. And the cost? Often cheaper than a traditional assisted living facility. Plus, it gives your spirit that dose of wild joy you may have forgotten you still had. See what I mean? These trends aren't boring. They're bold, beautiful, and totally real. And we're just getting started. Because once you see what else is out there, you'll never look at nursing homes the same way again. You know, it's funny. For so long, we were told to play it safe after 60. Slow down. Stay put. Be careful. But what we're seeing now is the complete opposite. Seniors are living more boldly, and the world is finally catching up with that spirit. So let's keep this momentum going, because the next few trends are even more exciting. Let's talk about intergenerational living. This trend is growing fast, and honestly, it's beautiful. Instead of isolating seniors in separate communities, this movement brings together people of all ages, families, students, professionals, and retirees, under one roof or within the same community. Picture this. You're having coffee with young artists living in the apartment next door, helping a college student with life advice, or teaching a neighbor's kid how to bake your famous apple pie. You're not cut off from the world. You're part of it every single day. It gives you energy, purpose, and that feeling of being truly seen, not just managed. Now, if that doesn't spark your interest, the next one might blow your mind. We're talking about retirement abroad. And no, it's not just for the wealthy. More and more seniors are choosing to retire in places like Portugal, Costa Rica, Thailand, and Mexico. Why? Because the cost of living is lower, the healthcare is excellent, and the lifestyle is often much more relaxed. Imagine waking up to ocean breezes, sipping coffee on a sunny patio, and having access to affordable help if you need it. Many of these countries have retirement visa programs just for seniors, and entire communities have popped up just for English-speaking retirees. It's a whole new world of possibility, one that doesn't involve a rocking chair or a bingo hall. And here's one more trend that truly hits the heart: micro communities built on shared values. These are small, tight-knit neighborhoods where every resident shares a common lifestyle, interest, or belief. There are eco-villages for nature lovers, spiritual retreat communities, art colonies, even tiny home neighborhoods where people live simply and meaningfully. You don't just live next to someone, you belong. You share meals, activities, and support. It's aging with your tribe, not just your age group. People who truly get you. That sense of belonging is powerful. It's something a traditional nursing home can never offer. What's happening is a revolution, quiet but powerful. Seniors aren't waiting for someone to take care of them anymore. They're choosing how they want to live, boldly, freely, and connected. These trends aren't temporary fads. They're signals that the world is finally recognizing the incredible wisdom, strength, and potential of those over 60. And if all this is sounding too good to be true, hold on, because there are still a couple more trends that might just be the most exciting of all. Just when you think you've heard it all, here comes something that feels like it's straight out of a movie, but it's very real. Let's talk about smart homes designed specifically for aging adults. No, we're not talking about complicated gadgets or robots that confuse you more than help you. We're talking about homes where lights turn on when you enter the room, faucets you don't have to twist, doors that unlock with your voice, motion sensors that notice if you fall and automatically alert help. These homes are built to make life easier, safer, and more comfortable, not just for emergencies, but for everyday dignity. The beauty is, you still live independently, but with the kind of technology that gives you freedom, not fear. And while we're on the topic of freedom, how about this trend, RV and van life for seniors? Yes, you heard that right. More people over 60 are selling their homes, downsizing their lives, and hitting the open road in style. No more yard work, no property taxes, no being tied down. Instead, it's mornings by the lake, nights in the stars, and every sunrise in a new zip code. You're not just surviving, you're exploring. Some folks even join caravans of other retirees and form mini-travel communities, sharing meals, stories, and life on the road. It's a powerful reminder. It's never too late to be a little wild and free. Now, let's shift gears to something even more touching: purpose-driven senior communities. This is where you don't just live out your years. You live with intention. These aren't just homes or neighborhoods. These are places built around giving back. Seniors in these communities volunteer together, tutor local kids, start small community gardens, run workshops, and even mentor young entrepreneurs. It's not about passing the time. It's about making the time count. These communities are showing the world that being over 60 doesn't mean fading into the background. It means rising into your purpose. What's happening all around us is a shift in energy, in attitude, and in opportunity. Growing older is no longer about limitation. It's about expansion. Seniors are becoming pioneers again, just like they were in their youth, only this time with wisdom, patience, and clarity on what truly matters. These trends are more than ideas. They're open doors. They're new ways to live fully, with joy and meaning, without settling for the outdated model of aging. And just when you think there couldn't possibly be more, there's one final shift that might be the most empowering of all. It's the way society is finally beginning to see seniors not as dependents, but as leaders, innovators, and change makers. The last and possibly most powerful trend that's flipping the old script on aging is something that goes beyond physical living spaces or new lifestyles. It's a complete cultural shift. Seniors are no longer quietly fading into background. They're stepping up as online influencers, educators, and entrepreneurs. That's right. Women and men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s are starting YouTube channels, podcasts, and online businesses from the comfort of their homes. They're sharing wisdom, humor, recipes, gardening tips, and life lessons with the world, and people are listening. There's a grandma baking cookies on TikTok who has more followers than some celebrities. A retired teacher now teaches English online to students across the globe. A couple in their late 70s runs a travel blog that inspires other seniors to see the world. These are not rare exceptions. They are part of a booming wave of older adults rewriting what it means to be too old to try something new. They're showing that experience is not a limitation. It's their superpower. Think about that. All your years, your mistakes, your resilience, They weren't just random events. They were training. And now, people are craving that kind of lived knowledge. They're tuning in, learning, and even healing because you chose to share what you know. Retirement no longer means retreat. It can mean reawakening, reinvention, and the joy of being seen and valued all over again. So, if you're watching this and you've ever worried that getting older means getting left behind, let this be a reminder that you're not just part of the past. You are absolutely part of the future. Whether you're living in a high-tech smart home, traveling the country in an RV, volunteering in a purpose-driven community, or starting your own YouTube channel, the doors are wide open. There is no expiration date on adventure, creativity, or purpose. You don't have to accept the outdated idea that growing old means growing irrelevant. You don't have to settle for a rocking chair by the window unless that's what you truly want. Life still has fire, color, and magic, and it's yours to claim. The trends we talked about today aren't just trends. They're signals, proof that the world is changing, and you have every right to be a part of that change, fully, boldly, and joyfully. If this resonated with you, I'd love to hear what you think. Have you tried any of these new lifestyles? Are you considering a change? Maybe starting something fresh? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your story might just inspire someone else. And if you found this video helpful or uplifting, go ahead and give it a like. Subscribe to the channel for more inspiring, eye-opening content made just for you. We're building a community here, one that sees aging not as a decline, but as a doorway to something incredible. You are not too late. You are right on time. So here's to your freedom, your next chapter, and your most meaningful years yet. Let's live boldly, because the best is truly yet to come.